Welcome back to Mr. Smith Garage. We're here in garage with all the projects. Of course, Ferdinand the Porsche, Jack the Vanagon, and Gidget the pool robot. So we're going to move some of this stuff out of the way because I'm going to bring Gidget. We got to fix Gidget. Pool's looking pretty dirty, and these are rollover tanks or part of Jack. They go up in the front fender well, and I was just cleaning those out, getting them ready. There's a few things that I need to be doing on the 81 Vanagon before I put the fuel tank in. So there's a fuel tank back there. I've got boxes everywhere because Mrs. Smith is doing it. Well, so she's a fourth grade teacher, and she does this thing where they build a train. It's like Gold Rush days or something like that. Pioneer? No. Anyway, so we're saving all these boxes so that her fourth graders can build a train with them. So got boxes everywhere. All those boxes, that's what they're for. I did get a fuel pump. I know I've got a fuel pump somewhere, but got a fuel pump from Burley Motorsports. Thanks, Burley. This one should do just fine for what we're doing. I'm sure once I get this thing installed and I start running fuel through it, I'm going to find the other fuel pump somewhere, but then it'll just be a spare, right? So not a big deal. Okay, so what we need to do is get Gidget up here. One of the things that I found that's going on with Gidget is that when, let's see, I think it has to do with the left side. Let's see. So I can move the right side, but I can't move the left side forward. I can move it backwards, but not forward. So there's something going on with the gear. And they're just plastic gears, but there's something going on with the gear that we need to fix. So I've taken it apart once, and it worked for one cycle. Everything was good. And then the next time I put it in, it aired out again. So we're going to go ahead and take some stuff apart and see what we can fix. Okay, so the first part of getting to where we need to get to is taking this plastic piece off. This is just, it's clipped in with all these little clips. Sounds like you're breaking them apart when you're taking them off, but you're not really. And then there's just 2 Phillips screw holes to take this piece off before we can get to the tracks. So we'll get the Phillips and get that off real quick. Okay, so with the Phillips screwdrivers loosened, this piece comes out. There's some clips here. You can see that there's, I'm going to leave that in there so the screws don't fall out. Oh, there went one. You can see that there's little pieces here that clip this thing on, and there's a piece that's broken off, and I kind of wonder if maybe that got stuck in there somewhere. So to take the tracks off, let's see, once you can kind of just start peeling it off here. Once you just kind of roll it around there, and then it'll eventually come off of there. Remember, the big piece of the tracks goes to the outside. Okay, so now where we're having problems, I believe, is, see how this one moves forward? This one's just a freewheel, so it doesn't really matter. So it's not here. It's definitely here, because like you can get to a certain point where you can move it backwards, but it's really binding up. So there's something going on somewhere deep inside here. So what we're gonna do, I think when the last time I did, I took this piece off and it's just hollow in there. It's mainly what's going on right in here. So let's take this piece off. Okay, so it's just the single screw in the middle there. It actually takes this piece off, which there's a bearing there, but that think it only goes in a certain way. Oh yeah, because there is, back when this is on, see this little tab right there? There's a little hole for that tab to fit on there. So it can only go on one way. So it's, at least we know that. Let's put that there. And let's take this off. And so there's got to be something going on here that's causing this to not go backwards. Let's put it on there again. See, it goes forward just fine, but then when I go to go backwards, it gets bound up. But it can still go, it's just really super slow. So it must be something deep inside here. I don't think, let's see. That's going forward. Everything's fine going forward. Let me take that one off. Oh, don't lose your pieces. Remember how that went in, right? So that one moves fine that way, but it's got problems going backwards, which the other one does not. There's nothing wrong here, forward or backwards. So there's something here that's going on that's the problem. Let me get a socket, take this gear off. Okay, you guys still with me? So I'm taking this one nut off with a 8mm. So that's now coming off. Oh, must not have gotten all the way unthreaded there. Okay. Now, do we see anything in here that could be causing the problem? Don't feel like I see a problem. So we're going to take these two screws out. I don't know what that does, but it looks like that would be the next step. It's these two screws right here. Okay. So I've loosened those two screws and I'm pulling this piece up. I didn't get this deep into it last time. So there's, that piece can come out. It looks like it's slotted, so it has to go on a certain way. So I think this is the next piece that's gonna have to come off. I don't know if that'll come out of there. I'm actually not sure. Well, that's a full piece, so I probably need, it looks like that piece is kind of seamed around here. I might have to take off a few more pieces here. All right, hang tight. We will take this off, and then I'm going to take this off, and then I think there might be some screws that take this whole inserted piece off of here, possibly. We're getting deep in there. Yeah, so you can see after taking that piece off, there's screws here. There is another one underneath this one, so I probably need to take this off because I need to somehow get to here, I think. I'm pretty sure. It's the only thing I can think of. Let's see. Oh, I see what happened in there. So that metal piece goes down on here, right? Then this piece fits in here only a specific way. And I'm able to go that way, but I can't go backwards very well. Okay. Let's put that back there. Let's put that there, just so we keep it all in the same general location. We don't want to drop anything. And then that screw, where was that screw at? I think that was, nope, that's not this middle piece. That goes in there. Where? Oh, right here. I don't even know why it's there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's get this one off of here. Or maybe I don't need to take that off. I might be able to get the screw in through. There's a screw right down in there. Let's see if I can get the screwdriver through there. Not quite. Okay, so I have to take this piece off. Okay, so I'm finding little by little that this is deep. So I've taken these screws out. There's one behind here. I found out that taking this off just gets down to kind of a bearing, and it's just like this one. I can't actually loosen it because the whole thing spins. So I've got to get the rest of these screws, because you can see there's a seam right here. It comes under here. So there's 2 screws here. Oh, 3, 4 screws there. And then I'll have to take the other side off as well to get the top off of this body. I think that will do it. We shall see. We shall see if this all ends up coming off or not. I don't know. Oh yeah, I can get into these ones. Oops, sorry. I can get into those ones. But I'm definitely gonna have to take the ones off the other side. Sorry, I don't have a really good place to set you right now. Okay, so I'm going to set you up there for a minute, just so you can see how violent this is to take this cap off, because it makes a ton of noise. And like I said, it sounds like you're breaking things, but we'll see. Okay, don't drop the gears. There we go. Come on. Get that last one out of there. There we go. Oh, now we're going to screwdriver. You can see it's not hard to take off, and they are labeled. This says an R on it, so that's right. The other one's left. Okay, let's put this back on. Okay. Remember, we just got to get this started, and then it'll come off kind of by itself. There's no tracks. We can take this off because the screws that are inside there. I think what I'm going to do is grab one of Mrs. Smith's boxes and use it to put all these parts in, just in case. So it takes me overnight. I just don't want to lose any of these screws. Okay, this one. Okay. Again, running out of room for stuff here. Pretty sure we pulled this one off. Okay, I do want to keep right side and left side separate, just in case the gears are that way. Okay, I'm going to take this screw off. I know I'm probably blocking you. I'm trying to balance this thing at the same time so things don't fall off. Okay, I need that little socket to get this one out. Okay, so now we're taking this piece off and this piece off that fits in there. This piece off goes with this one back there. And so now I think there's some screws here that I need to take off, but I've got to be able to get to some screws up underneath here. So I've got to figure out how to get this piece off so I can get these off and then move forward. So I think I need to, like I was saying, I need to get a box to put some of this stuff in so that I can use the full workbench. You know, I don't want to lose any of these pieces, and I want to keep them separate right to left. So let me go grab a box, and I'll be right back. That's the right side. I guess I was recording that. That's good, probably, because I want to see how this works. There is a nut in here, and I need to make sure oh, there's a washer in there too. Okay. Nut and washer. We'll put that in the bag with the screws. Let me get you over here and see what's going on right here. So see that went there. So I should be able to. Aha! Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna put you back up here so you can sure we're at a good angle. I'm gonna hold on to these guys. Pull this thing all the way out. Tell you this. Oh, there's 5 screws down there, so good. Okay, let's put this back together. Just so that I don't forget how it goes. Now, if I get these screws out and these 4 screws, the whole thing should come apart. Let's see if that actually is true. One of the lucky things about this is that all these screws are the same size so far. Like literally all of them. So I'm putting them all in this little baggie so I don't lose them. Okay. Now we're going to screwdriver. Hoping that after I get these screws off, this whole thing will come apart. Really? I may not. I'm going to have to take this back too. Okay. Let's see. There's still some tension here. I wonder if it has to do with the battery. Because I have not taken this off before. This is the lithium-ion battery. These screws are a little bit smaller than that washer. Okay. Well, there's your lithium-ion battery. And there are screws that look like they're holding the top to the bottom, so that is what we needed to do. There's also a bunch of junk in here. Look at this. Dirt and crumb. Okay. It's okay. We're going to take those 6 screws out and we'll see what happens next. Okay, so we've got these screws loosened. I put the battery screws in here too because there was 6 and we know that they're the only different screws so far. So okay. Let's see if this now comes apart. Oh, I see there's screws up on top. It looks, well, okay, the camera got too hot. We took off this back piece and then there's 3 more screws back underneath here. So that's why it's still stuck. That was it. I feel like it's moving. Okay, let's get these in the baggie. You know, same size screws. There it is. Okay, this is getting lighter and lighter. You know, taking that battery out was, it's not like, I mean, I guess it is heavy. Just all the different pieces. Look at that. Okay, so here is taken apart where I thought I'd have a little bit more access, but look at that. It's all like a sealed component here. Huh. Very interesting. Again, so the side that I'm concerned about is the left side, which is here. So maybe I should take those screws off and see what there is to do there. Boy, the only thing I think holding this in now are 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 screws? Is it just those 2? It is, these 2. Here, let's just take these 2 screws out. Let's make sure we keep those. Okay, look at that. We've completely taken apart this thing. And so far, I know I can at least put it back together, but I'm hoping I can fix it. There's a fan there. I guess it's not really a fan, it blows water. But okay. Look at all that silt. I wonder if that's the problem. Okay, so here's my thought. Should I take apart this piece to look inside, or should I take apart this piece to pull this left part out? That is the question. What do y'all think? Let me think about this. Okay, so I think if I want to take a look at the whole drive gear and see what's going on to malfunction the left side, which is this side, I'm going to take apart these, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws here. And okay, there's all 10. Let's make sure I get them all out of here. Or is there more holding it on together? Aha, it is going to come apart. But there is more holding it together. There's some clips there. Oh, look at this. 1, 2 screws underneath. Tricky, tricky they are. Kind of wonder if they do that so that, like, you're trying to pull it apart and you break it, and then it's your fault for breaking it. I don't know. Okay. Ooh, look at this. So that's basically our board. And our battery gets in there. Okay. And there is a rubber seal here to seal everything. Okay. Just gonna try and take these off and hopefully remember where they go. Okay. Let me show you what this looks like here. Okay, so if I look at it from this angle here, I've got blue, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, in that order, okay? I'm going to take those off. There's one, that's blue. Next one should be green. Green. And the last one is yellow. Yellow is a little bit easier. Take off blue, blue, green, yellow. And that stuff all goes to the top. I'm going to snip that. Okay. There's our power button. Is up on top here. That changes the modes. There's our little speaker, probably. That's our little speaker. It talks to us through vibration. There's the fan motor. Okay. Now, let's see what's going on with the drive gears. Let's see if there's anything that looks burnt out. I don't see anything that looks burnt out. So we're going to take this board off. Let's see if we can figure out anything else. You guys are still with me, right? Pretty interesting for a Volkswagen Vanagon guy to be messing around with the Gidget, the pool computer. Little screws. And then probably these two, huh? With washers. Oh, these ones are definitely threaded. These are going right into that battery post. Okay. Aha! Does that look... No, it doesn't look fried. Okay. So I just got a motor problem. One motor, the left side is just not working to the optimal reversal. I can go forward but not in reverse. Interesting. Okay, let me find... That one's a little loose in there. This one doesn't like going in reverse. Okay, so let's see if we were to take this one off. If I could get a new motor. I ended up getting this motor out, and it is obviously faulty. So it moves one way, but the other way it does not move. So we're going to pull this motor off of this board. Again, blue, green, yellow. It goes in the same order as that one. So there we go. Okay, so this is the motor that's bad. So I'm going to have to try and see if I can find this motor. It's got some parts numbers on it. It's even got a QR code. So we'll see if I can find this on the old Amazon or somewhere else like that. All right, I think we're going to finish this video off right now, at least, and we'll follow up with it later. I'm going to put some stuff, I'm going to put it in a couple boxes, and hopefully this video will help me put it back together. But I did find the manufacturer. I bought it on Amazon in September of 2024, so not very long ago. I remember I borrowed my father-in-law's for a while just to try it out, and I liked it, so I thought, oh, I'll buy one. It was like $329, I think. Something like that. Anyway, so I contacted the manufacturer, gave him the part number, sent him a picture, told him it worked great until this motor stopped going in reverse. And it definitely works one way. So that's obviously the forward way because it's working. But the other way, I cannot get it to spin. Like, it goes fine in forward, but in reverse, it just doesn't like reverse. I can move it this way, but that's, like I'm not gonna have a little mouse in the thing doing my pool, right? So anyway, so that's gonna end this video. I'm gonna post this. We'll see if Seauto, Seauto, which is SEAutorobots.net is the manufacturer. We're going to see if they will get back to me and get me a new motor so that we can have that work. Thanks for joining Mr. Smith Garage. This is not a normal thing that I would normally do, but I do need to get Gidget running again because the pool's looking pretty dirty, and you know, it's getting close to summertime. We want to start swimming, so figured we'd pull this all apart, make it work, and so far that's where we're at. And hopefully I will remember how to put this back together when it comes time. Thanks for joining me. We're almost at 700 subscribers. Let's go straight from 700 to 1,000. Just subscribe if you would. We have a good time here in the garage with Mr. Smith Garage. So appreciate all of you that are following me and all your comments. If you've had one of these Seauto pool cleaning robots and have had similar problems, make a comment down below. If you enjoy it, which I did enjoy it up until the time that it stopped working, then let me know that too. Thanks for joining. Bye.